Welcome back to my dark corner of this sick world.
I know you.
We're looking at Curse of the Crimson Altar.
I see naked girls being chased through the bushes every night of my life.
Robert Manning, an antiques dealer who doesn't understand candlesticks,
What's that for?
is searching for his missing brother.
Well, I thought I'd walk down to the village, make a few inquiries about my brother, and if I can't find out anything, go back to town, I suppose, this evening.
With no sense of urgency whatsoever.
Well, do you want me to list him as a missing person?
No?
Although, in fairness, his search does take him to one of those hippie piggyback and paintbrush orgies that you've heard about.
Welcome to the party.
And you'd be distracted too. Having hooked the audience with the promise of promiscuous teens, we never see these people again. And the action focuses on the Gothic mansion of the Morley family.
It's a bit like one of those old houses in horror films.
You know what you mean.
How ironical.
So Boris Karloff's going to pop up at any moment.
Oh, wouldn't that be hilarious?
It's not wise to joke about such matters.
Always good to see Karloff, and he's been in worse films than this.
Frankly, I think you've been made the victim of a practical joke. Not in very good taste, I admit, but then these things do happen.
Christopher Lee's in it too?
Yes, I am.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Is that all you can find to say about it?
The film does do a good job of exploiting the established personas of these two horror greats, particularly Karloff.
Oh, really? What do you collect?
Instruments of torture.
It also features a brief but memorable appearance by horror star Barbra Steele.
Enter our world of darkness.
And Michael Gough as the caretaker of a witch's courtroom.
Bring in Robert Manning. Bring in Robert Manning.
And frankly, I would pay the ticket price just to hear Boris Karloff say,
Eroticism.
Soon after he arrives, Manning starts having weird dreams about kinky rituals. His missing sibling.
Oh, yes, my brother was there, too.
And
There was a goat, I remember. There's a goat. There was a goat.
I do hope the goat is important.
The devil is not exactly noted for his sense of humour.
The first issue is the good guy.
What are you talking about?
Many cheap horror films have this issue. They know we're there to see the bad guy, the Karloff, the Lee, the Steele, the monster, the vampire, and so shortchange us on the hero.
He's got a point there.
But a monster is only as good as their adversary. How can I really appreciate the evil of Christopher Lee
Your life shall be forfeit.
if the target of his evil is so bloody uninteresting?
I must apologise for his rudeness.
Robert Manning wanders about in his karate pyjamas,
You can't go walking around in pyjamas on a night like this.
occasionally remembering that he's supposed to be looking for his brother.
Tell me what happened to him.
Dead.
A revelation that makes as little impact on him as finding a corpse. Pausing only to make clumsy advances at women.
Good night.
Sometimes it works, sometimes you get charged with assault.
Oh, this is a comfortable bed. I don't feel like moving.
Well, it's only big enough for one.
Well, then where are you going to sleep?
Really can't take no for an answer, this guy.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Manning is a nothing character at the best of times.
Knew it!
Put him next to Boris Karloff,
Eroticism.
and he vanishes completely. Even when he's trying to save the girl, he ends up in a torture chamber in Christopher Lee's attic. And has to be saved himself. It's nice to see two horror greats facing off, albeit very briefly, and I don't want to be that guy, but I really don't see Boris Karloff getting up all those stairs in time.
That would be most interesting.
Then there are the dreams.
I didn't dream this place. I was brought here.
But
I mean, how did you get me up to that room and induce those dreams?
Hypnotism.
if he hypnotised you to see all this, then why the sets and the costumes?
These cobwebs are fake.
If he didn't and it was real, then how was your dead brother involved?
Stop!
Also, Boris seems to know a lot about this.
He was mad. For years I suspected he had a split mind.
Information you arguably should have shared.
You were the last of the Manning line. The last chance I had to force Morley to give himself away.
Pity I had to let all the rest of your family die.
There must be some meaning to all this.
With a more engaging hero and a more lucid plot, this would actually be a pleasant enough 90 minutes.
Although, from what I've heard, it does sound a little absurd.
It is, but Karloff and Lee? This one might actually be worth watching.
We shall meet again.
Thanks for watching. For reviews, specials and general stuff, subscribe now. Is the Karloff-Lee combo the ultimate in horror casting, or is there a better team up out there? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Eroticism.